to be here, folks. Mountain camp, work in progress. Hello again, folks. Well, I told you I have a mountain camp that it's a work in progress. And today I'm just tired of working on that garden. So we're gonna spend some time down here at the camp. It's a little bit windy. It's a December day. It's pretty warm for a December day, but it's a nice day. Beautiful blue skies here in the mountains. So today we're going to build a little campfire and a cooking fire. I brought a hamburger along and also brought everything to make a blackberry cobbler. I have a Coleman cooking stove and a Coleman oven, and that's where I'll be cooking the blackberry cobbler. So I'll take you through all the steps to make it, because you might want to get a Coleman oven that you can use when you're going camping. Okay folks, we're just about ready to get this fire started. But before we do, we need to chop a little bit of kindling. I use a kindling chopper called just that, a kindling chopper. And it was evidently, so they say, developed by a young lady over in New Zealand because she saw her mom struggle with chopping kindling, and so she came up with this idea. And it is a great kindling chopper. I use a little 3-pound hammer. I got it at Lowe's, and watch how easy this is. Easy as it can be. Throw it on the fire and chop a little bit more. This is Trap Cat, by the way. I brought him with me. The other cat that was in the video in the garden the other day is Mouse Cat. So we have Mouse Cat and Trap Cat. And they really do their job of catching mice, and they're just fun to be around anyway. Okay, the fast fire starter is well underway, getting this wood started to burn. And so I'm gonna have to chop a little more kindling so that I can get my cooking fire ready to go. So I'll be back in just a minute as soon as I get that chopped, and we'll start the cooking fire. Okay, here's the cooking fire going. So we have the campfire and the cooking fire going. They're both coming along pretty good. So now I want to show you the Coleman oven that I told you about a little earlier. And then I'm going to start putting everything together to make this luscious, I hope, blackberry cobbler. Okay, so here's the Coleman oven. It's not real big, but it's great for use when you're camping. Okay, I've got it set up on the 2-burner Coleman stove, and I'm gonna let it get hot while I mix up everything to make the blackberry cobbler with. I measured out the flour and the sugar before I came down here today because it's just easier. Now the flour that I'm using is self-rising flour. You can use plain flour, but if you do, you should also make sure you put some baking powder in with it. I didn't have to in this flour. So I have 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of milk, which is also measured out. Whoops, I have a cat on the table. Down, kitty, down, down, down. Down, kitty, down, 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 down. Okay, so I'm just going to pour the milk in and we'll mix it up. And I have the butter, which is 1 stick of butter. I have it over on the stove melting a little bit because it'll be easier to incorporate it in that way. Get off the table, kitty, kitty, kitty. Good thing nobody's going to eat it except me. They might not like to have a cat on the table, but Trap Cat, he's just on the table sometimes. What am I gonna do? All he's doing is just wanting to smell it. I brought a whisk with me. It's a little bit easier to use the whisk than a spoon. We'll use that, stir it up with. Just get off the table, kitty kitty. Well, I'll let the butter get a little brown, but I guess it'll be okay. Gonna pour it in there. See if we can get it all mixed up. Off the table. Gonna have to get this butter chopped up just a little bit. It didn't all melt. Some people say that you can actually pour the butter over the top of everything else just before you put it in the oven. I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried it that way. But my mom used to make this for us when we were just kids, and we all loved it. So I've continued on with the recipe. The next thing you do is just pour it in your baking pan. And I'm just using a, I think this is a 9x9 baking pan, maybe 8x8. It's about the right size. Just pour the batter in. Today I'm going to be using blackberries, but this is really good with blueberries, peaches, apples, most any kind of fruit. Little trap cat's up here licking the butter out of the pan. So now we're just going to spoon the filling in, the blackberries in, just randomly. And what happens is the crust just actually bakes up above this. It's so good. I like the oven to get up to around 350. I'm not sure if this one's got quite that high yet or not, but we're going to go ahead and put it in and let it start baking. While it's baking, I'm going to go down and put my hamburger on the campfire. Well, not on the campfire. I'm going to be putting my hamburger on the cooking fire. Well, we finally got this cooking fire going. It's going a little bit more than really it ought to be to cook on. I'd rather be cooking on coals, but today it may be just on a flame. It's been wet here, it's rained a lot, so just doing the best we can do with this. We'll keep an eye on it. The blackberry cobbler's doing okay up in the Coleman oven, so we'll watch it as well. Well, the hamburger's done, so I guess we're just gonna go and eat it. Wait on the cobbler. It will be done pretty soon, I'm sure. Here's what it looks like dipped out on the plate. And the hamburger was good too. I took a bite and it is good. So see, it's pretty easy to make even a cobbler at camp. All you need is just a Coleman oven and your Coleman stove. Pretty easy to do, and it's good too. Well, it's getting late in the afternoon, and since this camp isn't finished, I can't stay. I wish I could. So I'm going to gather up everything I brought, including the trap cat, and head on back. But we'll be doing this again. So thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along and enjoying the afternoon with me. I'm going to be working on this camp for the next few months, I think. But soon it'll be done, and there'll be a place to come down and camp for a weekend. Can't wait. So we'll see you soon on the next video.